As game developers, we know how important video game ideas are. This is the key part of your video game. But what makes an idea good? Well, it is important that your idea is different to all the other ideas. You need to have some element which makes it different to the rest of games. And this is novelty. So, novelty, what I believe to be the most important factor when creating a new game idea. But what is novelty in video games? Well, it's creating your own unique experience. You need to make the players playing your game feel that they are in a new world, in something unique, something that offers them something that they have never experienced before. Or maybe it can be just a little bit easier by adding a new interesting mechanic, or maybe new charismatic characters that you can see in other games, or maybe an innovation to a typical game genre, etc. But why novelty is the most important factor when coming up with a video game idea? Well, there are thousands of big companies generating lots of video games. The competition out there is massive. Therefore, why will someone want to buy or download your game when they are games extremely similar, which are more popular, cheaper, more entertaining, etc.? Well, here it comes the importance of novelty. You need to make something in your game which sets it apart from all the other competition, something that generates buzz within the gaming community, something which feels unique, creates something new. Therefore, you are not trying to win the competition, you are avoiding competition. You need to think that why will someone want to download your game? And if it offers something completely unique, which you can't find in any other game, then this is the perfect reason why someone will choose your game instead of a bigger, more popular game from a known company. So, here is when I say that following a trend is not a good thing for creating your own video game, especially as a solo game developer. When you follow a trend, even though there is lots of people playing those games, there is also an insane amount of competitions. Because something is trending, there will be lots of companies and developers trying to make replicas of that game. Therefore, there will be lots and lots of options to choose, and so the consumers will go to download the games which are more popular, that their friends play, which are more carefully designed. So, even though following a trend can give you tons of downloads, if you are in the top of the competition, it is better off avoiding it rather than trying to position the best in a market which is dominated by big companies. But now that you know the importance of novelty, you may be asking, but how can I do this? How can I make my idea for a game more innovative? Well, firstly, ask yourself, which elements can you add to your game which makes it unique, which takes it apart from all the other games in your market? If you don't know how to do this, maybe you can think to mix two game genres that usually doesn't go together. For example, you could mix a fantasy game with a puzzle game, or maybe a tower defense with horror. The combinations are endless. Also, you could try and get a popular game genre, but add a new mechanic that completely changes the game. Also, if coming up with a new game mechanic or something unique seems very difficult, you can also create novelty in your game just by having a unique art style, or unique characters, or a unique sense of humor. There are lots of things which you can do. But remember, think about what makes my game stand out, what makes it different from the rest. However, it is important to take into consideration that your idea should not be pure novelty. If you create something which is completely new, something which has never seen before, it could be a little bit intimidating for users. It is important to find a balance with novelty, creative elements, but also some familiar elements which the user like. Because by combining these two aspects, you will end up with a game which offers something new, but still has some familiar things which wants the customer want to download your game instead of being afraid or intimidated by the new mechanic. Now, I want to show you some very clear examples of popular games which were able to innovate. For example, Undertale. Undertale is an RPG but was unique because it gave you the opportunity to, instead of fighting enemies, talking to enemies and show them mercy, giving you two options to go, either killing and grinding enemies like your typical RPG, or sparing the enemies, showing them mercy and go through a pacifist route. This is a completely new concept which was revolutionary and earned Undertale lots and lots of sales. And secondly, Minecraft. At that time, an open world which let you explode your creativity how you liked, with all those game modes and possibilities, was something unique which also earned this game lots of sales. In conclusion, we can see that some of the most popular games were so popular because they were able to innovate, to differentiate from the rest of the games. What I recommend is to get a familiar game, a familiar concept, but add novelty to it and make it different to the rest. And remember, don't be afraid to take creative risks. And do you know any other games which became massively popular thanks to having novel and innovative ideas? Well, tell me in the comment section below. If you like the video, like, subscribe, and peace out!